All right, everybody. Today on Fiverr Talks, we're going to be covering the topic of withdrawing your money. That's right, getting your money from Fiverr to your pocket in the most efficient and cheapest way possible. All right, well, thanks for joining me again here on Fiverr Talks. As always, my name is Joel Young. I'm a top-rated seller on Fiverr under the username DJ Young, and I've learned a thing or two in my 8 years as a full-time seller on the platform. And today we're going to be talking about how to get your money, your hard-earned money that you've earned by doing great work on the platform, into your pocket. And believe it or not, if you haven't looked into it, there's more than one way to do that. In fact, there's several ways to do that. So what I'm going to do in this video is talk about the various different options, and then I'll tell you what I personally do. Or maybe I should start with that. I'm going to start by saying I have tried several different methods of withdrawing my money from Fiverr, and I currently use PayPal because it is the best way to do it. There is absolutely no fee involved now. There used to be a $1 fee, but now there is no fee involved, and it's the quickest, easiest, and I believe makes me feel the safest when I'm doing it. So that kind of is the preface for everything that we're going to talk about today, knowing that I use PayPal and I find it to be the best method, and you'll find out why when we really get into things. Now, before we talk about how to withdraw your money or what service to use to withdraw your money, let's first talk about limits on Fiverr. There is one limit you should be aware of if you're a high income earner or someone that's earning more than $5,000 a month on the platform. And I also want to talk about methods, how we should be withdrawing funds and viewing the withdrawal of funds. So let's talk about that first. The first thing you should know is that you need to develop a pattern for withdrawals if you're making regular money on the platform so that you can use the money on a regular basis. So for many of you, it might make sense to withdraw every week or every 2 weeks. It seems like a month is a long time, but if you aren't earning a ton of money, maybe at least once a month, draw it out. The limit that I was talking about earlier is the $5,000 limit. Fiverr will only allow you to withdraw for security reasons $5,000 a day out of your account. So if every time you hit the $5,000 threshold, whether you need to or not, you should go ahead and withdraw your money. And like I said, if you're not earning at least $5,000 a month, I would recommend first sitting down and making a plan for how often you want that payment, knowing that if you do it through PayPal, there's no fee involved. You can withdraw money whenever you want, and it doesn't matter. If you do it other ways, there are small fees involved, as you'll see. But I would encourage you to develop a pattern for withdrawing. That could be every week. It could be every 2 weeks. Could be every month. Whatever works for you. But set a pattern so that you pay yourself like an employer would pay you for your services. Whether it's hitting a dollar amount and then withdrawing, or doing it during a certain period of time, I would encourage you to think about lengths of time, like weeks or months, to set a schedule for withdrawing your money, because it's important for you to feel a sense of cycle, a sense of regularity when it comes to things like a freelance income or freelance work, and do something that works for you, but at least gives yourself some regularity. So now that we've got all that out of the way, let's talk about the various different options. And like I alluded to earlier in the video, this has changed on Fiverr because there used to be a $1 fee every single time you pulled it out of Fiverr. Fiverr would take a $1 fee. And then it used to be that other services like PayPal would take a fee. PayPal now has a special relationship with Fiverr. They don't charge a fee, and Fiverr doesn't charge a fee when you pull it out for the actual transaction. The only thing that comes with a fee is the service. So let's start at the top at my favorite, the method that I currently use to pull things out. And that is through PayPal. So this is directly from Fiverr's website, from the withdrawal methods. You can look this up on their website as well, but it's great information if you didn't know it or hadn't looked into it. So first and foremost, there's PayPal. Withdrawing your money directly from Fiverr to your PayPal account, it costs $0. That's a big old goose egg. And the reason I love this is that it's instant. The second that I hit withdraw and I confirm that through my email with Fiverr, then that money is in my PayPal account and I can instantly send it to my bank account, which is exactly what I would recommend you do. I don't want money to sit in my Fiverr account or my PayPal account any longer than it has to. In fact, I had my PayPal account frozen one time with more than $10,000 in there because of a clerical error on their side. They messed up a digit of my social security number, and it was a huge ordeal to get things opened back up, get me my money. So don't just put things in your PayPal account and pretend it's a bank account. Get it out of there. And doing it this way, if it's between business hours or business days on Monday through Friday, you can usually get that in a day or two in your PayPal account, from your PayPal account to your bank account. So it's a very quick method. It costs nothing. PayPal is a service provider that can be trusted. It's got a long track record. I would recommend that everybody do that, unless you have a reason you can't or don't want to. Make sure it's a good reason, because the other options are going to cost you money. Let's talk about those options really quick. There is the Fiverr revenue card, which to me doesn't make a whole lot of sense because it acts just like a debit card. There is a $1 fee when you withdraw from Fiverr to the Fiverr revenue card, and I think they actually send you a plastic card. This is one I've never looked into or tried because I honestly thought it was a gimmicky type of thing. I don't need another card. I just use a debit card. I don't use credit cards, so I didn't need this. It says that you can pay a $1 fee to get the money in 2 days, or if you really want the money, you can pay a $3 fee to get it on your card in 2 hours. So I guess the allure of this would be you have a card in your hand and could, for a little extra, get that money on this card in 2 hours. I doubt most of you need it that quickly, but if you want it that quickly, I guess that option's there. And I guess if you want to be able to get your money without any kind of hoops to jump through, I realize if you're using PayPal, you have to withdraw from Fiverr to PayPal and then tell PayPal to send it to your bank account. That's an extra step, but for me, for being free, I think it's worth it. But there is the Fiverr revenue card. And certainly if you have any experience with that revenue card, like it, dislike it, leave a comment down below for others, because I just don't. I never saw it as a good option, so I never asked for one or signed up for it. You can also do a local bank transfer, which is directly from your Fiverr account into your local bank account, but that's going to cost you $3 per transfer. So every time you pull money out, it's going to cost you $3. And I'm sure that there are special pricing and fees based on your banks. Some countries that may be different. So make sure you read up on all the details there. But that's one of the higher level fees that it's the highest fee that they charge, but it's instant. There's nothing in between. It's not from Fiverr to here, from here to your bank account. It's just from Fiverr to your bank account, and it's super quick. I would imagine, though, it's not any quicker than using PayPal. It's just not the extra step. It's taken out. And then there's also a direct deposit. That is a $1 per transfer fee. That's also known as like an ACH. It can go directly from Fiverr into your bank account. I have tried this on occasion when there was an error with PayPal. They actually used Payoneer. And I have tried this a couple times because something was happening with PayPal and the money wasn't going through, and I just went ahead and used Payoneer. I'm not a huge fan of this because then it also involves a third-party system or service that I'm not familiar with. Now, PayPal is one of those things that I've used for a decade or more. It's super easy. I'm super familiar. I'm in my account all the time. I use it to buy other things online. No big deal. Everything's set up. Payoneer is not something I use all the time, and so I wasn't a huge fan of this. There wasn't really anything that went wrong, but it is only a $1 fee if you want to try it. Again, it cuts out the middleman. It's a little bit different. What I would encourage you to do, though, is not to use multiple methods to withdraw your funds. Use one method. That way you don't lose track of it. And every single time you ask for a withdrawal, make sure that you check it on your bank account until it's cleared, because you don't want to hit withdrawal, think it's coming to you, have something happen, it didn't show up, and Then all of a sudden you're wondering, did my money even come? Where am I at with that? And worry about it. So I should mention that this is another thing to think about, that the direct deposit is US only. This is the only option that can only be used in the US. So, if you want a similar service worldwide outside the US, you'd have to use the local bank transfer, the LBT, or get a Fiverr revenue card, or just use PayPal if it's available in your country. So I realize that affects everybody differently because we're a worldwide selling audience and you have to choose the right option for your country for sure. Hey, thank you so much for watching this video. And as always, I'm so glad that you're here on the channel. I drop some Fiverr wisdom every single Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So make sure if you're not already, please subscribe below. Leave me a thumbs up if you like the video. That really helps the channel. And if you have any questions, leave them down below. We're always compiling questions for our Q&A videos. We like to do those as often as possible to help give you the answers you really need as you're out there selling and trying to get started. That's what this channel is all about, encouraging sellers to go out there, try something new, get better at their craft, and utilize the Fiverr platform to the best of their ability to promote themselves and their business or service. So until next time, my name is Joel Young. It's been a thrill to be with you. Keep doing, because the future favors the doers.